chat. You know what? Someone brought up SEMO. Let's watch SEMO. I haven't watched all the banlist reactions. Who's ready for some banlist reaction content, chat? Let's see. Not a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh on my front page. I'm sorry. I told you guys this last. I just been watching way too much of this series, chat. Oh my god, I'm becoming a Jubilee weirdo. Oh goodness, 13 minutes of well, I'm not subbed to SEMO, so I have no idea what the heck he even said. So I've seen his thumbnail a bunch of times. That's it. Yu-Gi-Oh official. Okay. All right, let's see what he says. Middle ground makes you want to kiss yourself. Jeez, how is it? Okay, hold on. I think this is the longest banlist reactions yet. How can... I'm really trying to wrap my head around how this is 13 minutes. Because I can even understand Trifly. DB Grinder basically did the same thing. DB Grinder's chat, I watched his, and the video was over, and I was like, where's the rest of the video? And I'm like, oh my god, it's DB Grinder's reaction chat, I believe, was 47 seconds. I'm pretty sure it was under a minute, and I'm like, he could have actually just made a short out of this. Because, like, obviously you can talk about the meta implications, but it's like, even if you're trying to stretch chat, the old terminology I used to say where I'm like, I'm stretching the video out so I can get the 8 minutes. How do you stretch 5 more minutes on top of it? Like, CMO don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh like that anymore. He made a prog. That's what I'm like. You're a prog channel. Like, it would be one thing if he was like, I go to every YCS. I'm out here grinding. I'm like a Yasin. I go to every YCS. I'm a super competitive player. But, like, you don't even play the game like that no more. So what are you all mad about?
What's going on, guys? It's
SEMO, a god at writing 10-page essay. All right, let's see what he got. Okay.
What's going on, guys? It's SEMO, and it's early. It is very early in the day, and
SEMO doesn't have the
I guess
intro
Konami
anymore.
Decided to surprise us and drop the brand new...
He is also, chat, this doesn't have anything to do with anything, but when he says it's early, didn't the banlist chat come out at like 11 o'clock a.m. EST? Because I guess if you live on the West Coast, that'd be like 8 o'clock in the morning, which to me would be weird as shit. I'm sorry, that's just something I thought about. Like, if you lived on the West Coast, the ban list came out at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Ban list that is set to go into effect on September 25th. This has been a very contentious topic. We have not gotten a ban list in quite some time. People are very furious, and I would hope that there is going to be a adequate response to all of this that's going to satisfy the player base, but I've been doing this a long time. I know how Konami operates. If I had to take a wild guess, this is probably going to be an incredibly disappointing list, but...
Press one if, as I told you guys, banlist season is dead. You can hear it in the voices of the Yugi-tubers. I'm telling you guys, chat. It's like when you get to that age and you realize Santa Claus just isn't real anymore, and it just... Christmas, as the kids say, it just don't hit the same. It can't. Like, SEMO is now in that phase of his life. He don't, like, that joy that you have, like, you don't even got that anymore. Like, banlist season is actually just dead. It really is. I'm telling you, like, you can even hear it in his voice. There is no, I can't wait to see. He's just like, oh, I'm expecting disappointment. Maybe I'll get some, like, he sounds defeated.
I have not seen it yet, and as per tradition, even though I, like, am as far removed from competitive as I could possibly be, since I'm, like, the progression history guy, masochist at this point,
at least he admits it.
We're going to go ahead and do our live reaction, even though we're, like, half awake. So, apologies if I look completely just... ridiculous, or if I sound like I just woke up, because I did just wake up. I actually woke up to use the bathroom, and I saw that there was a list. I got a message. So here we are, the job requirements of being a Yugi tuber, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get into it. As we can see, September 25th, the new list will remain in effect until then, which I believe there is YCS Cancun this weekend. I love how there is yet another YCS where a lot of the YouTubers are at for the ban list to go live. I guess they didn't release the list mid-event like they did the last one, right? It wasn't in the middle of like round 2 or 3 or whatever, so that's an improvement.
That was funny.
But I also believe this means I think YCS Dortmund is the event after YCS Cancun. So if my calendar is correct, I believe this list should not be in effect for that tournament, but any tournament after Dortmund is when this list should apply for. So what are we wanting to see here? Well, I think people are really sick of Kashtira even existing. Although, funny enough, Kashtira has been in this weird position where it's been slowly like falling out of the metagame because so many people are prepared for it with so many outs. But also there's been this meteoric rise in Unchained being like this tier 1, borderline like tier 0 deck as of late. There's also like Purely. There's several decks that could justify like some hits. Unchained is like weird because I feel like it's so relatively new and unknown that I don't think I would have expected Konami to like preemptively hit anything for that, but I'm expecting like a Kashtira hit, like maybe more like...
Is it a preemptive hit though? Like, hold on. Am I disconnected? Is it a preemptive hit if it literally won a YCS last week? Or am I crazy? Because I feel like Jesse Cotton just probably just ran the gauntlet and won like a YCS with it. So like, how is it preemptive if it already reached the mountaintop? Like officially, we can't even be like, you can't even say, well, Cap, Unchained hasn't even made its mark. It did. It won a freaking, the best player arguably in the world won a YCS with it. I don't think Jesse Cotton just taking bad decks to YCSs, except that one time he trolled and played ninjas. You know what I mean? Like, it's not preemptive. It'd be preemptive if, I don't know, Centurion got hit. If they were like, you know what, we're just going to limit the trap card, because why not? Like, that'd be preemptive. Unchained thrives so much because Cash gate kept the... Okay.
Purely hits. Who the fuck? Who knows? Let's get into it. All right.
Kashtira Rise Heart.
Let's see.
I swear to God, if he says, "Thank goodness Maxi," is that not the most cringe? I'm sorry, chat. I love him, but even Callie is starting to do that now, chat. It just upsets me to no end when people specifically stop on Maxi and have to talk about it for no fucking reason. Thank God Maxi's still on the ban list. Yu-Gi-Oh saved. Okay, dude, just stop. Don't, Simo. Don't. Just keep going.
There's anything...
Super cringe. It's his... Okay.
Hello? Oh, okay. All right. Well, they banned a Rise Heart finally. I guess better late than never, I suppose. That's going to be the nail in the coffin for that deck. I don't know why you'd even bother playing this deck if you're not playing a Rise Heart. This is going to be interesting because so many people had to play cards specifically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people like, it is a weird dynamic, right? When we as Yu-Gi-Oh players chat, look at the ban list, you just want to be like, I just want to see tons of stuff on there. But really, what were you? I guess some people could say I was expecting Shifter to be on there. I've never thought it was on the board that Shifter is getting banned, but I know a lot of people want it banned. So maybe that could be the thing that you're like, there's no Shifter. It's the foreign, like that's what Gary would say. Shifter ruins the game. You know, so maybe you were, because we haven't, to me, the area that would be lit up like a lights or a Christmas tree chat would be traps. You could have Eradicator. You could have D-Barrier. You know what I mean? Like, at least 2. I mean, I don't want Skill Drain and TCB banned, but other people also want that. But, like, you can ban Eradicator and D-Barrier, in my opinion.
In your deck to deal with a Rise Heart, right? You had to play, like, your Book of Moons, your Book of Eclipses, just, like, your random cards that mean that you can actually play the game while a Rise Heart was still at 1. Funny enough, a lot of those cards incidentally overlapped with a lot of other different strategies, like Purely and such as well. So as a result of that, that actually sort of indirectly buffs decks that were sort of being held back because of the fact that everyone was playing all of these either in-engine or out-of-engine outs specifically to counter a Rise Heart. So is that going to like actually shift things around? It's possible, right? Like a deck like Purely, for example, a lot of the cards that dealt with the Rise Heart also like sort of kind of, I don't want to say shut Purely down, but it affected the deck. Don't get me wrong. So I think as a result of that, you could see a rise in those decks' popularity again because now they're no longer as concerned. But we'll see. I mean, with how Unchained has been playing out, there might just be like Unchained dominance, like, and that just might be how it is. So okay, anything else?
He sounds so mad.
Hello?
Well,
hello?
See, hold on. They weren't banning any spells, man. What spell? Yeah, like what spell did anyone want banned? There is, unless you're like, yo, ban Cast Terra Birth also for no reason. There's not a single spell that anyone wanted banned. So like, what are we? Tactics, thrust, like what are we? You know, pros. We just want pros banned, like I don't. What spell were you expecting? There's no Cold Wave, there's no Soul Charge in the game anymore. You know, the most powerful spell is arguably like Prosp and Thrust. I mean, if you want those banned, I get banned Change of Heart. 10 minutes. Can I get a hello in the chat? Hello?
I mean, hitting a Rise Heart's a
Hello?
problem, but is that it?
That's literally
like
it.
Really? There are probably
Hello?
there are probably like 10 or 12 cards that people want banned. Like just straight up cards that are unfun to play against, cards that just reduce the amount of interactivity in the game. And we banned a Rise Heart. I mean, we got rid of one of them for what it's worth, but
Rise Heart is one of those cards.
What did I say at the beginning? What did I say at the beginning? I'm expecting this to be. I'm expecting the least amount of effort, and yet we're still disappointed. Okay.
I want to see.
Yeah, a Rise Heart's banned. All right. I mean, I guess people wanted that, so we can't really complain. All right, let's go down to the limits. Surely there will be some limitations here. Like, there's. Yeah, they're not going to release a ban list where they just ban a Rise Heart, right? There has to be several.
Yeah,
okay, Magnamut. Okay, Magnamut getting limited. This sort of makes sense. I think Magnamut's actually limited in Japan, if my memory serves correctly. Magnamut makes sense. Now, to be fair, like you can still play one Magnamut, and the irony of Magnamut getting limited is that Druis Worm, from my understanding, is actually more playable, or it's the better card right now, just because of the fact that it has the ability to like send something to grave. So I find that hilarious that yes, Magnamut is by far and away like the better card. But it's like all situational at the same time, right? So this is interesting. Like, again, a card that a lot of people anticipated would eventually get hit because it's just like the better DD Crow that pluses you. And on top of it, it searches any dragon, and like Dragon Link had this extreme surge in popularity as of late, which like sort of makes sense given the fact that it's like Unchained matchup seems to be like not bad on paper. So like I get it. It makes sense. It's just I think contextually, it seems like they sort of made this ban list like a couple weeks ago. Like a few weeks back before all of the stuff from the more recent YCSs happened. And now it's like some of these changes don't matter all that much. I don't really feel like this like affects, aside from like Dragon Link specifically, just because like they get the most use out of it because it searches any dragon. I feel like this doesn't even like matter all that much. Like this would have mattered back in tier format, if anything. But even then, I don't know. This seems like a late hit to me. Let's see what else though. I don't know. Maybe there's something.
One more card.
Or not.
Hey, hold on. Chat, why is maybe I'm like, why is Red Rose Dragon so limited? I mean, I feel like that had to do with the like base deck, but like I don't know. I just noticed it. Red Rose Dragon. Hey, JNC Collectibles. Is that Jib? Thank you for the raid, JNC Collectibles. Whoever that was, if that was Jib or if that was... Oh, okay. Well, if it was one of the other duelists, I just know Jib said I am bald. And I cut myself shaving too, ironically. But thank you very much for the raid. We're just going over some banlist videos and checking out all the disappointment, which apparently was not just felt by me. But Jerome forgot. I was just wondering, like, I don't know why Red Rose Dragon is still limited. I mean, I know it was like with Brave, but I don't know. It just, to me, it just doesn't seem. That's what I thought of. I'm like, it's related to Hulk, right? So what is Red Rose Dragon without Hulk? And Hulk's not coming back for a long time, so that's all I'm saying. Why is Sekka's Light still? That's just because they hate draw cards. I'm just convinced. Like Sekka's Light, Card of Demise. What's the draw one, chat, where you have to have like 4 cards in hand or something like that? Not Beginning of the End. God, it's only a draw 1. Into the Void. I think that card's limited too. They just don't like draw cards. That's the only reason. Like, they just hate draw cards.
Okay, I should reserve judgment until we get to the spells, right? Surely the spells will have something. Chaos Space.
That's it.
Okay, so another Dragon Link hit? Like, huh? I guess?
I mean,
like, don't get me wrong.
I'm going to be honest. Whether or not people predicted this card, is this card, chat, not OP? Like, is this, to me, this is the most ashable card in the entire Dragon Link deck. I feel like you cannot let this card resolve. If you let this card resolve, they get the baby dragons or they get Lubellion. They usually get either a plus from the baby dragons or from Magnamut. Then they get another plus from, like, putting the card back in. It's just too much. Like, I never let Chaos Space really. If I have an Ash, like, if you got Gamma or you have talents, then you just have it. Because I'm not just letting you get a draw and a search. Just can't do it. They really hit Dragon Link because it run Worlds. I've always thought that this card, you just can't let it. It's just too good. I predicted it. Yeah, for sure. I think all saw it getting hit one day. Yeah. To me, it's like, this card was eventually going to get. And it's not even just related to dragons, right? Isn't this card just light and darts generically? It just happens to be good with dragons. Like, I could see a world, chat, where eventually this card is played in an archetype because Konami just releases a chaos archetype. I don't think that it says, like, it has to be a dragon monster. People just only play it in dragons. I'm pretty sure it could be, like, any type. It just has to be light and dark.
Chaos Space is a absurd card. Like,
yeah,
as far as searchers go for specific decks,
okay.
I like how we still have Rhoda like as like the quintessential like limited searcher,
Photon
but then we have stuff
Hypernova.
like Chaos Space that's
make
been
a better
3 for
one.
as long as it has. This going to 1, I think probably was a long time coming, but
Yep.
again, context of the format and decks and everything, like, sure, there's literally one deck playing this as far as I'm aware, and granted, I'm not like as well versed in competitive as I have been, but this to me, again, this seems like a late hit, and it's
better late than never.
I guess, like, whatever. Okay, please tell me there's something else.
Nope, that's literally
Please
it.
tell me there's something.
And that's the end of the ban list, Simo.
Please tell me there's something. We're in the traps. There's nothing. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
To me, that's the
A Rise Heart ban, Magnamut Limited, Chaos Space Limited.
no ban list.
That's it? Like, yeah, we haven't gone to semis or unlimits
Semis don't matter in Yu-Gi-Oh! What are you talking about?
yet, but these are the ones that have the most impact, I feel. Like, typically I just accidentally scrolled down there. Let's see if there's anything here. Semi-limits?
Nope.
They didn't even put anything on the semi-limited list. I mean, granted, that's in my eyes, that's a good thing, because I think the semi-limited list is like you.
Let's check out another one. Not as entertaining as I thought. MBT. It's either a late hit or a super early hit to the future. Watch Yassine's video. I saw a picture of Yassine in a pool. Yassine Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, let's see what Yassine's talking about. Oh, yeah. This is, I'm pretty sure I saw Yassine is at a pool. Okay. Dude, this is crazy.
Oh, what's going on?
Am I the only one, chat, who's like blown away that this doesn't even look real? You know how you see it in like the movies and stuff like that, where they have like the crystal blue water? Like, they actually went to a place that has that. Like, I've lived on the East Coast. I've been to beaches or like, we don't got that shit here. These two mother effers have, what's it called? That's Cancun. Yeah, this is in Cancun. I think they have this in Australia too, chat. Yeah, they have this in Cancun, but also in Australia, which is like the Indian Ocean. They also have this. Which ocean does Cancun? Is this the Atlantic Ocean? Anyways.
Hello guys, this is Miasin, and we're back with Simon He. We're in Cancun right now, and the banlist just dropped. Of course, the worst timing because I don't have my computer, my freaking webcam and everything. I mean, it's a camera, but we can still try to put up some banlist content. So not really, but just a banlist reaction in the beach. Let's go.
This is the Atlantic.
So what happened actually? Rise already got banned.
You got banned.
Yeah, I got banned.
Missing half the ban list.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, Fenrir's still 3.
Cars on the ban list.
Yeah, literally nothing happened. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, Dragon Link. Yeah, Kiosk Space and Magnum would go limited. I don't think that changes too much. I mean, yeah, it kind of does actually.
They're less consistent, but it's not that.
Yeah. I mean, there's also still 3 Lubellion. I think the deck is still really good, honestly. But maybe it doesn't really compete with Unchained and all those other decks. So I would stay away from Dragon Link right now. And then almost nothing else. Basically, just Gazelle was unlimited, and the other card was Herald of Orange Light. Changes nothing. Like, who cares, bro? Like, where's the purely sleepy memory limit, bro?
I gotta be honest. Would you guys have wanted purely to get? Would you guys have wanted sleepy memory to get hit? Cause like, I don't know. Like, is that play broken? Yes. But I feel like every Yu-Gi-Oh deck should be able to do a little something broken, chat. Like the draw 6, it's insane, but like, we just gonna take away everything purely does? Like, we already hit the deck, man, you know? I just feel like I don't Noir limit. The big one or the little one? Probably the big one, right? I don't know if that would do all that much. Cause like, let's say that you limited Noir. Yeah, they can't have 2, but if you out the first one, they'll just put it back in the deck with the trap. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to kill Purely. Like, I think Purely is like in a fine spot. I think it's a fairly skillful deck. There's a little RNG in it, chat. Like, I've seen Purely play. I call little Purely, chat, the yellow one. I call him Casino Cat, right? Because you don't know if you're going to hit off of him, and you don't even know what you're going to hit. He's literally like going to the casino. Like, in Purely, it requires a little bit of luck sometimes to like get where you need to go. It is a skillful deck. Like, I think Purely's in a good spot. I don't think Purely's like that oppressive. It feels a little oppressive, chat, when your deck can't inherently out Noir. That I understand. But outside of just specifically, 6-7 material Noir, like, I think everything else Purely does is like fine. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic. You will all. I've won games because my opponent didn't hit, chat. I have been that guy where I'm just like, please don't hit them. Please don't. Oh my God, he missed. I win now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The field spell is OP. I mean, against like Rescue Ace and stuff. Against Vanquish Soul, we don't target. Like, literally no targeting against the opponent in Vanquish Soul.
Did nothing. Literally nothing.
Where's the part of prosperity?
Bruh, what is this?
Where is that?
Yeah, honestly.
That can run 3 pots and 3 frost. It's just unfair.
Yeah, where's the unerrata to future fusion? I'm totally not biased as a Cyber Dragon.
Yo!
Anyways, guys.
Yo! That now we're talking. I don't know, chat. Here's a question. Yes or no? Will Konami ever unerrata an errata like formerly banned card? Because if they unerrata Future Fusion, oh my God. I can't, oh my God. I'm trying to think of like a new deck that could use it. I'm talking about like a brand new Fluffle maybe? Could Fluffle use it? I'm trying to think if there's any like new fusion archetypes that get oh my God, Shadow, what? Chaos Emperor, no, that card actually ruins the game. Like, you can never unerrata a Chaos Emperor. You have to ban it. Goyo Guardian is like a given. 3 Reasoning, would it be that good? Yeah, I was gonna say Inferno. I don't think it would be that good in branded though, would it? Because it would just dump 2 dudes. I guess that's kind of like a branded fusion. But I don't think it'd be like insane in branded, unless there's a branded card that like when it hits the Infernoids, it'd be crazy, but like Shadows, that'd be kind of nice. to just dump 2 Shadows in the graveyard, trigger their effects. If it stays, I get a construct. If I don't, like, it's cool. I already got my Shadow effects off anyways. Like, yeah, in Shadow, that'd be kind of cool. Sinister Serpent, that card would still suck, by the way, chat. If they honor-ratted Sinister Serpent, shocker, the card would still suck. If they honor-ratted Ring, that card would be good. Like, imagine Ring, chat, and oh my goodness, you guys know what deck could actually play Ring? And it's a current meta deck right now. What deck could play Ring, chat? Ring and that's actually great. That wasn't the deck I was even thinking of, by the way. Yeah, I was actually, yeah, the deck I was thinking of was Unchained. Like, bro, you attack with a monster, attack with like one of your big guys, ring them, summon another monster. Like, what? Yeah. But in Labyrinth, it would actually be insane because you could trigger all your like graveyard, your furniture cards. So, yeah, Ring, chat. If they honor-ratted that card, Ring would actually see play, chat, if they honor-ratted it. And it would be great in Labyrinth. Be niche and Unchained, but yeah, it would be like really good in Labyrinth. All right, let's watch MBT ban list. Makenko, I don't know about that.